couple of sets come through in that one, and then a big dramatic finish as well. These two absolutely bolting wide to try and get on. It looks like the goofy J.Bunch will open up here. Here he goes. First wave for him with some speed down the line and just pushing and reversing, blowing that tail out of the lip, and able to do that really light and sprightly on his feet. Just getting a little clip in there, and then another nice stab vertical. So a wave that was softer and a little wider, and he really, got to say, in terms of the scoring potential, he surfed it up there, Flick.
That was incredible. Have a look at this replay here. Had to really scratch to get into it. It's looking really relaxed and just throws the fins for a big reverse. So really putting it all in line. Backs it up with a super critical 2 turns, one after another. Wasn't done yet. Gets it through to the inside and gets a finish. So I was so impressed by that wave. I just really did not see this move right here coming. I just decided that, hey, okay, I've got a bit more time, probably looking down the line. I can afford to really throw the fins and put that into reverse. Then straight up there for that second maneuver. And I think it's kind of like to what you were saying, Keanu. He really has that. He really does well in these sort of smaller rights on his backhand. What was interesting too is Imai sort of gave that wave to him. I know Imai was a bit deeper, but he kind of was looking at it. He's like, you know what, I'm going to let you go, and he pulled back last minute. So Jackson getting going again.
Yeah, for me, like, I look at that as like I would even go just to take a wave off of Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, is going to help him build his rhythm. And even this right here is kind of, it's not too much of a wave, but he's surfing great. And for us front side surfers, it's a little hard. And this right here is we're not going to be surfing this wave as good as Jackson is on his backhand.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We talk about that so much too, you know, especially in here on this, about this wave, like just the difference between the approaches, between surfing it on your backhand and your forehand. And
surf more vertical and in the pocket. Jackson really finding his rhythm on this wave. You look at how small that wave is, and his board is just moving side to side and still hitting the lip. This is really, really technical surfing for a really small wave. Now, I don't see this becoming a really big score, but what an impressive surfing just on a tiny wave, you know? And to me, this is the type of surfing on your backhand that you are able to do. Rather than the forehand, it's really hard to generate a lot of speed and coming off your toe side into your heel side. I think, to me, driving off of your heel side to your toe side is much easier, and you can be a little bit more sensitive and
to have a look in earnest at a wave, but I'm sure he will here. And let's see if the significance of the set wave pays off in terms of the number and the surfing he's able to do. Here he goes on the gas for speed. Floats a first section, doesn't want the wave to run away, and gets active with the board with a little whip back. But already there's no major damage done in terms of going into the lip, and you see a little bit of frustration there. And if you are patient, you do wait for a set wave and then one comes through.
That is hard to come back and counter punch, you know, but here goes Imai, just a nice float off the top, coming around the section. It turns to be a little bit softer right here, and there was just not much to the wave, and that's why we seen him just kick out right there, just not too much meat on the bone.
And all Hawaii heat in the water. It's heat number 6 in the round of 16. J.Bunch, the Goofy, taking on I.deVault, and at the moment it is this guy, the Goofy, who's got the scoreboard pressure, and he's got a wave here, and he's got so much whip out of that surfboard. It looks so knifey for him on a glassy face as he goes down the line with a ton of speed, and again stabs that thing up vertical through the lip. And he's looked so light on his feet, his momentum down the line, and crucially as well, his waves have been running for him a bit more. He hasn't had to cut back and wait.
Yeah. Oh, it's just straight up into the lip. He's surfing this like it's a 4-foot wave, you know. It's just insane to watch. And I got to echo what you said, Keanu, is how technical it is to surf a small wave this well. You just got to have every part of every maneuver working perfectly, and the body mechanics that it takes to execute a turn like that is just, it's skill, you know. And
if it does, he's going to have to capitalize on this priority, make a big decision here to kind of close the gap, and then turn around and try to, you know, capitalize on another score. Here goes Imai.
Yeah, in motion here. Imai, this is the wave he's waited for. He's loading up with the speed. And the first turn is really precise, so tight in the pocket, gets that tail stinging through the lip. And then stylishly done. Everything he does is smooth and polished, but what he's really hoping to do is flare up here, and this wave just not giving him much to work with. It's knee high as he gets a strong technical finish, get a completion. He would have been hoping for a bit more juice there, Flick.
At the end there, but let's have a look at the replay. Got a bit caught behind this section, so maybe a little bit deep, but really chucks the fins on the first one, stabs it up for a second turn. Sort of, this is the section and it gets really slow, you know, kind of didn't have that steepness. We just got to sort of compare it to Jackson's waves. You know, they sort of stood up a bit more, offered a bit more scoring potential, but good thing is that, you know, we've got to hope he's going to get out of this combination situation, get back out the back, and hopefully get another opportunity with the set to come through.
Yeah, totally. I enjoyed this wave. You know, there's not much opportunity, and he's
going to get that excellent wave, but he does have time, and he'll look to surf now to see what he can get going. 6.5 on the clock, and he stands up, just prods the lip quickly once, realizing there wasn't that potential there. Probably better, particularly at this stage, to hang on a priority. All right, we're seeing a bit more action go down now. Here goes Imai again. He'll keep rolling the dice here. Here he goes. Quick float from him. And then again, there's that turn, which is, he makes it look so easy. Doesn't put a lot of body into it. The board does so much at such speed. And again, it's smooth and polished, but it's not going to be a huge number. He might be interested in this wave out the back here. Does have priority, does the goofy J.Bunch, and he'll use it right now. Here he goes from the top of the point. Winds into his first bottom town, and there we go. There's that vertical hit, and again realizing not a load on offer and wants to hang on to that priority, so quickly flicks off. Friendly debrief between these two out there, and I think I.deVault will realize just wasn't really his afternoon. And well done to J.Bunch. A massive result from him. On the Challenger Series, part of our storylines is the elevation of young talent, putting them on a major stage. It's exactly what we're seeing with J.Bunch here, who has surfed so well, and he'll be back for finals day tomorrow. I tell you what, it'll be absolutely full of confidence as well, because those are good numbers.